Hello everyone, welcome back to the portfolio, but this is not a portfolio update. So in the previous video that I did that not too long ago. Here's the video. You can go back and go watch this particular video. I basically made a mistake. I ended up selling a stock, selling a couple of stocks, actually, a couple of stocks for about $5,000, and that money got put into a different part of the portfolio which I did not want it to get put into. Watch the video, you're gonna understand what I'm saying a little bit better in that video. So in today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to properly move a stock from one side of the portfolio into another side of the portfolio. The proper way to do it in such a way that it's not going to sell out of the stock. You're just moving it from one side and you're putting it onto the other side. So an example that I'm gonna use here is I went under the stock section, but this can be anywhere. Okay, this can be anywhere in your portfolio. So basically what you need to do is you need to decide where you want to move the stock to. In this position, in this example, I'm going to move the stock from stock, this section here that says stock. I'm going to move it from there and I'm going to put it into I'm going to pick a stock that I'm going to move. So what I want to do is I want to move Foot Locker. Okay, I want to move Foot Locker from here. I want to put it into my consumer pie. So let me click on it. So once I click on it, it will pull this up. What you want to do is you want to sell from here. Okay, you want to go to buy/sell, and when you get to the sell area here, what you want to do is you want to click on sell here and then double tap, or just copy, or just write down the total amount that you have. I just like to copy and paste it. Then you're gonna click on continue. So when you click on continue, it's gonna confirm, do you really want to sell it? You say yes, you want to sell, and it gets to a point whereby you get to sell it. So what I will do is hit done here. So once you hit done, it will look like this. So it's going to tell you pending sell, and it shows 4506. That's what I currently have here. So it's pending sell. So what I would do now is I'm going to move this to the consumer section of the portfolio. So from there you click on portfolio. Then what you want to do is, if you have this exact one that I have, or anyhow you have your setup, it's pretty much the same idea. You go to where you want to put the stock. So in my case, I want to put it under the passive income section, and I want to put it under the consumer section right here. So what I will do is go on it. So once you get to the consumer section right here, then what you have to do is, the first thing to do is to add the stock to this section, because it's obviously not here. So what you can do is you add it to it. So what you would do is you're gonna go on edit. When you get to edits, it will give you this menu. Then you can go add. When you click on add, the next menu will show up. So next menu will show up, and then right here you type in the stock that you want to add to that particular section of your portfolio. Then you go to Foot Locker, which that's what I want to add, and you click on it. Once you click on it, this shows up, and then you go to add to basket. When you add it to basket, it shows up here. Then you click on add. Okay. So once you click on add, at the bottom, it's going to show up at the bottom area of your screen for the previous menu. So what you now have to do is you now have to readjust the percentage that you want to have in here. Okay. So with me, let me see which one I want to move. eBay is already 1%. I'm gonna move EA. I'm gonna make it 1%. Then I'm gonna also make Foot Locker 1%. Then what you now have to do is you have to click here and you click on add. I'm sorry, that's the wrong thing. So when you click on this, you want to add a new stock. So that's not what you click on. What you need to click on is save right here. Once you adjust the percentages that you want, then you click on save because everything has to add to 100%. Then you click right here and click on confirm. So as you click on confirm, it's gonna load up, and what would happen is you would now have the stock right at the bottom here. Okay, so this is the crucial part, right? This is what has helped me basically from doing, after I did my research, making that mistake. I showed you guys this picture earlier on. I made a huge mistake and I learned from it because the $5,000 that I sold out of the stock that I had, I didn't want to sell out of it. So this is a huge mistake, and this is how to resolve that mistake. So what you need to do is you just click here, view details, right? Once you click on view details, it will show up. And then what you want to do is you want to look on this side, right? Estimated trade. Then what you want to do is you just want to copy the exact amount. So once you copy the exact amount, you want to go back to it. You go to Foot Locker, go back to it. And then what you want to do is you want to click on buy, and it will load up for you. And then once it loads up, then what you want to do is you want to buy the exact amount that you just copied. The exact amount that you sold, you're going to buy the exact amount here, and you're going to click on continue. When you click on continue, it brings this option menu up. Then you click on confirm buy. By doing that, once you're done with that, it's going to show this right here. Then you click OK. You click done. So once you click done, it's going to bring you to this menu here. Foot Locker, you have a pending buy, and the best part of all this stuff, the way you know that it's not going to sell out of the right stock and put the money in the wrong place, is you want to make sure on this side here you have upcoming trade. It says 0, because if you look at this video, if you go back and look at this video, I'm going to put it in the cards. You can check out the cards. If you look at this video, you would see that I never double checked this side, and I just didn't know. I did some research and I realized that this has to basically even out. Nothing has to show up here. Nothing basically have to show up here. But anyways, so this video that I'm recording now is going to be a 2-part series. So once all this transaction that I have in, once it goes through, then what I will do is do an update. Okay, I'll do an update to this. So this is the situation that I have going on now. I'm moving a couple of stocks from the stock section, moving a couple of stocks here, and I'm moving it into the passive income section. And I'm also moving a couple of ETF and moving them into the passive income section. And so this is what my trades are currently looking like while I record this video. Okay, so when you want to move a stock around, this is what it should look like. Okay, you should not have any pending sell. Okay, should not have any pending sell. You should have 0 sell, because all you're doing is just basically moving stocks from one side of the portfolio to another. So let's say if you have a stock under consumer and you want to move it into healthcare, you know, the process that I just showed you earlier, that's the process you go through. So as you guys know on the channel, I constantly buy $20 every day into Tesla stock, and these are both of it right here. So all these transactions here are just me moving things from one place to the other, and as you guys can see here, it's 0 sell and it's 2506 buy, and it's 2 buys. Okay, that's the mistake that I did in this video. I did not check how many buys I have going on, and I ended up, selling $5,000 worth of a stock, and it could potentially create a tax event where I have to pay tax on that, on some of the profit that I made on the $5,000. That's why I'm pissed off right now. But I researched, and I corrected the mistake, and I want to do a brand new video to show you guys how to not make the same mistake. Okay, so as you guys see here, I just have 2506, and I only have 2 buys. I have 0 sell, 0 sell, and that is pretty much it. I'm gonna do a couple more videos on this part that you're watching right now is basically the first part. So once that transactions go through, I'm gonna show you guys how everything looks, and so you guys can get a holistic view of how to move a stock from one side of your portfolio to the other. So stay tuned for the other part. So welcome back. This is the next day of the transactions, and so let me show you what it will look like. So from the previous section of this video, you guys see that there's no more kind of transfer sign. This transfer sign is not here anymore. So let me go in here. And then what I did was just to edit it out. So remove it out of the slice. So anyways, so with this particular one, Vanguard Financial ETF, so there was 54 cents left, and I just transferred it. So basically that's what I'm doing right now. I'm currently in the process of transferring, but you can only transfer 50 cents. You can only do a transaction of $1. So it was 50 cents that was left over, so I added $1 to do a full transfer. So this is what I'm doing here, is just to show you guys a comprehensive look of how to actually move your stocks from basically move your stock around M1 Finance, because M1 Finance is not the easiest place to move stocks around. So I'm just showing you a comprehensive look on how to move your stock around. So in the previous video, the previous section of this video, let me scroll down. So I moved Foot Locker around. I moved it to consumer. I moved Kimberly-Clark to consumer. I moved this to tech. Move this to consumer. I move this to tech. I move the rest to consumer. So what I'm going to do is edit this out now. Take it out of this pie. Okay, that's what I'm going to do now. So in order for me to do that, I need to go to edit. Go to. So when you get to edit here, this is where the tedious work comes in. So here you have to select the stocks that you want to take out of the pie. Since they are not located anymore, you just select here and then select the box. Before you do this, I would recommend taking a picture of the stock that you want to take out, so it's easier for you to be able to see, okay, these are the stocks that I'm taking out in particular. So the stocks that we're taking out, that I'm taking out, is Nvidia, Starbucks, Google, and let me scroll down here. Taking out CVS, taking out Foot Locker, taking out Kimberly-Clark, and Walgreens Boots Alliance. That's all the stock that I'm gonna take out. before I got to this page, I took a screenshot of all of them, so that's what made it easier to, took a picture of all of them, so that's what made it easier to be able to know which particular stock you want to remove. I mean, if you have just a few stocks, then it's easy, but I have a lot of stocks here, so it's not so easy. So I took a picture. Well, anyway, so what you do next is to click on remove. Okay, so once you click on them, you see the percentage at the bottom here will change. The percentage here will also change. So what you now have to do is distribute those current percentages into whichever stock you want to put it in. So let me see here. See, we don't want to put most of the percentages temporarily anyways. Let's make there 5% and then put the rest, other 5% into Pizza Hut. I'll make that 6%. I will distribute the percentages later, but just the sake of the video, to make it simple, so what you do is you redistribute the percentages across the current holdings that you want to have in the portfolio, and then you click right up here, you click on save, and it double checks with you, you confirm. Okay, so now once you confirm, give a confirmation, and then you just scroll all the way down. You scroll down, and you will see this two right here. So what you can now do is you can decide to still transfer them. If there's a few pennies left, you can decide to move it back to, take the pennies back to where you want, the actual location that you want to have it in. So as you can see here, it's going to show no sell, and it will just show transfer. So let me show you guys an example. So let's see, Kimberly Clark. So this is where they are right now. You see Starbucks. Starbucks is right under the consumer sector of the portfolio. Starbucks is here. Kimberly Clark is here. Walgreens is here. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all the move that I made. Foot Locker is also here. So let me click on it and see. Okay, I guess the whole data reset when you move them around, so you don't get the previous data. Let me look at Kimberly Clark. Yep, the data reset, but as you can see, it's right here. That's how you move it around. So that's pretty much it. I hope you have an idea of how to move the stock now, how to move the stock out of M1 Finance now. It's a little bit tedious. I really wish they can make it a little bit easier to move stocks around, because this is a pain in the butt to move around. But just to recap, when you want to move a stock out of one side of the portfolio to the other, all you have to do is you have to sell it from one side. So let's say if you want to move stock from here into here, you have to sell it here and buy it back here. So sell here, buy back here, sell here, buy back here. So what that does is it cancel. If the system thinks you're trying to sell and you buy back in a different part of the portfolio, but it's the same amount, the system will recognize that you're just moving them around. So you just have to sell on one side and buy on the other. I hope this video has helped you out. I wish I had this video, something like this video, to help me out when I was moving my stock around, so I won't make this huge mistake that I just made here. It's very, very difficult for me. I have to rebuild that 5,000 that I lost now, so it's just a really hard one. But anyways, hope you find this video helpful. I appreciate you for watching. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Until next time, see you later. Bye.